Today we're continuing to read The Pilgrim's Progress. Laugh, aye, and well you might, to see yourself so well, for you must give me leave to tell you that I believe it was a good dream, and that as you have begun to find the first part true, so you shall find the second at last. God speaks once, yea, twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, in slumberings upon the bed. We need not, when abed, to lie awake to talk with God. He can visit us while we sleep, and cause us then to hear his voice. Our heart oftentimes wakes when we sleep, and God can speak to that, either by words, by proverbs, or by signs and similitudes, as well as if one was awake. Well, I am glad of my dream, for I hope ere long to see it fulfilled, to the making of me laugh again. I think it is now high time to rise, and to know what we must do. Pray, if they invite us to stay a while, let us willingly accept of the proffer. I am the willinger to stay a while here, to grow better acquainted with these maids. Methinks prudence, piety, and charity have very lovely and sober countenances. We shall see what they will do. So when they were up and ready, they came down and they asked one another of their rest, and if it was comfortable or not. Very good, said Mercy. It was one of the best night's lodging that ever I had in my life. Then said Prudence and Piety, if you will be persuaded to stay here a while, you shall have what the house will afford. Ay, and that with a very good will, said Charity. So they consented, and stayed there about a month, or above, and became very profitable one to another. Now by that these pilgrims had been at this place a week, Mercy had a visitor that pretended some goodwill unto her, and his name was Mr. Brisk, a man of some breeding, and that pretended to religion, but a man that stuck very close to the world. So he came once or twice or more to Mercy, and offered love unto her. Now Mercy was a fair countenance, and therefore the more alluring. Her mind also was to be always busying of herself in doing, for when she had nothing to do for herself, she would be making of hose and garments for others, and would bestow them upon them that had need. And Mr. Brisk, not knowing where or how she disposed of what she made, seemed to be greatly taken, for that he found her never idle. I will warn her a good housewife, quoth he to himself. Mercy then told the matter to the maidens that were of the house, and inquired of them concerning him, for they did know him better than she. For they did know him better than she. So they told her that he was a very busy young man, and one who pretended to serve the Lord, but was, as they feared, a stranger to the power of that which is good. Nay then, said Mercy, I will look no more on him, for I purpose never to have a clog to my soul. Prudence then replied that there needed no great matter of discouragement to be given to him. Her continuing so, as she had begun to do, for the poor would quickly cool his courage. So the next time he comes, he finds her at her old work, a making of things for the poor. Then said he, what, always at it? Yes, said she, either for myself or for others. And what canst thou earn a day? Quoth he. I do these things, said she, that I may be rich in good works, laying up in store for myself a good foundation against the time to come, that I may lay hold on eternal life. Why, prithee, what doest thou with them? Said he. Clothe the naked, said she. With that his countenance fell, so he forbore to come at her again. And when he was asked the reason why, he said that Mercy was a pretty lass, but troubled with too much working for others. When he had left her, Prudence said, did I not tell thee that Mr. Brisk would soon forsake thee? Yea, he will raise up an ill report of thee, for, notwithstanding his pretence to serve bad, and his seeming love to Mercy, yet Mercy and he are of tempers so different that I believe they will never come together. I might have had husbands afore now, though I spake not of it to any, but they were such as did not like my ways, though never did any of them find fault with my person. So they and I could not agree. Mercy in our days is little set by, any further than, as to its name. The practice which is set forth by thy works, there are but few that can abide. Well, said Mercy, if nobody will have me, I will die a maid, or my works shall be to me as a husband. For I cannot change my nature, and to have one that lies crossed to me in this, that I purpose never to admit of as long as I live. I had a sister named Bountiful, that was married to one of these selfish people, but he and she could never agree. But because my sister was resolved to do as she had begun, that is to show kindness to the poor, therefore her husband first cried her down in public, and then turned her out of his doors. And yet he was a church member, I warrant you. Yes, such a one as he was, and of such as he the world is now full. But I am for none of them at all. Now Matthew, the eldest son of Christiana, fell sick, and his sickness was sore upon him, for he was much pained in his bowels, so that he was with it, at times, pulled, as it were, both ends together. There dwelt also, not far from thence, one Mr. Skill, an ancient and well-approved physician. So Christiana desired it, and they sent for him. And he came. When he was entered the room, and had a little observed the boy, he concluded that he was sick of the gripes. Then he said to his mother, What diet has Matthew of late fed upon? Diet, said Christiana. Nothing but that which is wholesome. The physician answered, This boy has been tampering with something that lies in his stomach undigested, and that will not away without means. And I tell you he must be purged, or else he will die. Then said Samuel, Mother, what was that which my brother did gather up and eat, so soon as we were come from the gate that is at the head of this way? You know that there was an orchard on the left hand, and on the other side of the wall. And some of the trees hung over the wall, and my brother did pull down the branches and did eat. True, my child, said Christiana, he did take thereof and did eat. Naughty boy as he was, I did chide him, and yet he would eat thereof. I knew he had eaten something that was not wholesome food, and that food, to wit, that fruit, is even the most hurtful of all. It is the fruit of Beelzebub's orchard. I do marvel that none did warn you of it. Many have died thereof. Then Christiana began to cry, and she said, O naughty boy, and O careless mother, what shall I do for my son? Come, do not be too much dejected. The boy may do well again, but he must purge and vomit. Pray, sir, try the utmost of your skill with him, whatever it costs. Nay, I hope I shall be reasonable. So he made him a purge, but it was too weak. It was said, it was made of the blood of a goat, the ashes of an heifer, and with some of the juice of hyssop, etc. When Mr. Skill had seen that that purge was too weak, he made him one to the purpose. It was made, the name was written in Latin, ex carne e sanguine Christi. You know physicians give strange medicines to their patients, and it was made up into pills, with a promise or two, and a proportionable quantity of salt. Now he was to take them 3 at a time, fasting, in half a quarter of a pint of the tears of sorrow. And that's the end of the reading for today. Have a good day.